Hello out there! Welcome to our first February edition of the Select Your Message video, where you and your loved ones have a chance to receive a special message from the spirit world. You are amazing! Thank you so much for listening today and for your receptivity to your message from the spirit world. To begin, I'd like you to take a look at each of the delightful, cute little hearts on the screen. Feel into each of these little hearts, letting your body send you any signals about which one feels the warmest to you. Which one do you feel most drawn into right here, right now? Take a moment to feel into each of the hearts. Maybe at this point you've already determined which heart is for you. Once you know which heart is calling to you, take note of that heart's number. And in the description below, you will find timestamps to bring you to the message that corresponds with you in this moment. If you felt strongly drawn into multiple hearts and multiple numbers, start with the one that feels most resonant to you right now, and then you can go back and listen to the other messages too. Message 1! My passion inspires action. Oh, this message comes to those of you out there who are the leaders among us. This message says somewhere within you there is a passion for something, and that passion is supported by the spirit world. Share your passions, share your hopes, share your dreams, share what inspires you with other people. Because part of your path and purpose in this life is to inspire others into action by sharing the good news about what excites you and what you feel passionate about. You're going to inspire good events and positivity in other people. And sometimes we share something we're really passionate about, and it can actually surprise the other person or the other people around us. And we may not actually know that, although it takes time for them to digest the information we've given them, it actually does change their life. So sometimes it takes people a moment to process, but just know that from sharing your passions, good will come, and that people will be inspired to do good in this world or to try something new. So just know that the spirit world has given you a special passion. The spirit world has given you a leadership ability. And even if you feel like your message isn't getting out there as much as you would like, have the courage to speak out and know that your message will reach far and wide. It will reach the people who need it, and that through your leadership, your passion, and your example, the world will be changed for the better. So pay attention to whatever is stirring up a passion within you, and go out there and share that passion with others. Bring people together, knowing that passion inspires action. Message 2. I embrace a slow and steady pace, knowing it will lead me to success. This message comes to those who are on an amazing long-term journey. The spirit world reminds you to focus on those long-term goals. Who do you want to be 10 years from now? Who do you want to be 20 years from now? By making Small changes here today, now, in this moment, you will get there. This message comes to those who are being asked to focus on your long-term goals and on your long-term success. Knowing that the person that you would like to become is the person that you will become if you take a slow and steady approach. Sometimes we want to just rush right in. I don't know if you've ever, for example, been starting a diet or something like that. And maybe the first day you cut your calories in half and then you work out at the gym for 2 hours. And by the third or fourth day, you give up because you're exhausted and you're unable to sustain that level of effort. A better approach, especially for you, will be small changes that can be sustained over time. So in an example like that, it might actually be better on the first day to go for a half-hour walk and just cut out the soda or the candy bar on the way home from work. These small changes that are sustained over time create compound interest, and the small changes lead to big success in the long term. It's crazy, for example, how much your health can be improved if you just move your bedtime up by, say, 1 or 2 minutes a day over a couple of months, and how much more sleep you'll get and how much better that you'll feel. It's amazing the incredible retirement that you can have if you put away into savings $2, $3, $4, $5 a day, even less than that. And the same can be said about saving money. If you decide not to buy something that's maybe $2, $3, $4, $5 a day in a year, that's well over $1,000 saved. And in your lifetime, that could be $100,000. So that daily coffee could be a house, or at least like a bungalow, it could be something wonderful. So this card says, don't rush in. Do focus on where you'd like to go and on the long term, and approach it with a steady pace, a slow and steady pace. The tortoise wins the race. Message 3, nature's bounties help and heal. This message comes to those who will be supported by a wonderful diet filled with natural foods, who are supported by getting outside and taking a walk or a little hike in the natural world, who may be supported by natural supplements, natural herbs, natural bath products. This message may be coming to those who have a very sensitive physical body. And if you haven't been feeling your best, it might be because, for example, maybe you've been pulled into the digital world, spending a lot of time looking at screens, and maybe just what your soul needs instead is to gaze upon the horizon, to see the beauty of nature. Maybe you're far more sensitive to food additives and food chemicals than you realize. And maybe these additives or chemicals in your food or in your bath products have been giving you headaches or giving you hormonal problems or impacting your sleep. And this message comes to those for whom the natural way is the very, very, very best way. So embrace what's natural wherever you can, and know that it is going to serve you very well. This is a definite confirmation if you've been considering making some swaps in your food supply or in your diet. This is saying go for the natural option. If you can switch out a few processed things for a few natural things, it's going to make a huge difference. So, an example of this would be, for example, switching out maybe a packet of oatmeal with all the flavorings in and things like that for some rolled oats that you sort of, season up yourself. Maybe you add in a little bit of raisins or a little bit of honey or something like that. If you've been considering an overhaul, maybe becoming paleo or plant-based vegan or like really Whole30, really switching things up, this card is a definite confirmation to do so. Where possible, choose what is natural, because there is a healing power in that which comes from the earth. And especially in this digital age when we're constantly pulled into the mind and into anxiety and into the realm of thought, we need to balance it out with grounding, earthing. And one of the best ways to do that is to take into our body and our environment that which dwells in the earth, that which comes in the earth. How healing it can be to have a nice warm potato or carrot, something that was cultivated in the earth that harmonizes with the sort of frequency of this planet. And just know that by focusing on what is natural, you will find a greater sense of well-being. It will truly help you, and you will find healing in the natural world. Message 4. You are strong and you are capable. This message comes to those out there who may have been experiencing a little bit of self-doubt, who may have been wondering, can I really do this? Am I going to really make it? Am I going to be successful? Am I biting off more than I can chew? This message is to believe in yourself. Don't let the voices of doubt control you, whether those voices are coming from within you or whether those voices are coming from well-meaning or not so well-meaning friends, family members, coworkers. Understand that your truth is that you are strong, and your truth is that you are capable. In life, we all face periods where we feel a little bit vulnerable. We all face challenges that sort of shake our sense of stability. This message is to focus on your skills, focus on your abilities. Do not focus on what you perceive to have been failures in your life, but focus on the many successes that you have had, on the many goals that you have achieved, on the many challenges that you have overcome. This is a message that supports hard work. It sort of says, go for the gold, because you are more strong, you are more capable than you realize. When I see this message, I think of maybe somebody who's thinking about running a marathon, for example. Just one of many examples, or going for the promotion. And maybe that person says, hey, I'm thinking about starting training for a marathon. And then they're told by their best friend, that sounds like a lot of work. Are you really sure you want to do that? And then they start to wonder, maybe I don't know if I want to do it. Maybe I'll do the half marathon instead, or maybe even just a 5K. This message is that you're capable of greatness. So if you have in your heart, a dream of getting that promotion, of winning that race, of creating that business, of doing something that's a little bit hard, know that that thing is supported by the spirit world, and that you are strong and you are capable of success. Message 5. Well, it's February after all, and many of us have our hearts and minds focused on love. This message is to joyfully anticipate the many loving moments that are still to come. This message reminds you that there is wonderful love in your future. Maybe you're facing some difficulties in your relationship right now. Maybe you are not in a relationship right now. Maybe you're single and you're feeling a little bit down. This message is to joyfully anticipate the loving moments that are on their way into your life. Love can come at any age or any stage in life. I have heard of some amazing love stories. I actually devoted the first 5 years of my work as a psychic entirely to relational readings. And I have heard some amazing stories. I had a set of clients who fell in love when they were about 14 years old and were separated by war and found their way back to one another through love letters and poetry, getting remarried in their 90s. Love is an amazing, magical, incredible thing. It is so beautiful. It is one of the greatest things in life. And this message is that you will experience many loving moments, no matter what your circumstance is now. Know that comebacks are really real. Comebacks happen. And one of the best things that you can do right now is just let yourself dream a little bit. Let yourself feel the amazing love of what it feels like to be hugged or snuggled by this wonderful person who was sent into your life in the future, or who maybe is in your life now, who's going to be loving you up in no time at all. Let yourself joyfully anticipate the many loving moments still to come, knowing that God's source, the universe, the guides, and the angels, they have a special love for you. There's that quote, all is fair in love and war, and the journey of love can be a harrowing one. This message is to focus on the beautiful moments and to know that there are so many more beautiful, wonderful, loving, incredible moments still to come for you. Continue to believe in love, and know that it is real. Message 6, maybe the most powerful of all of today's messages. Remember that you are the wise observer of your human journey. You are not the thoughts in your head. You are not the emotions that pour through you. You are not your physical body. You are not your job. You are not your relationship. You are not the circumstances of your earthly life. You are not who the world believes you to be. You are not any of these things. You are the observer of all of these things. If you received this message today, the spirit world is encouraging you to begin to think of yourself not as perhaps your name or age or the person you see in the mirror, to understand that this is our vehicle. Your personality allows you to exist here. Your body allows you to exist here, but you are something much vaster than that. You are the consciousness that observes that. You go on forevermore. more. Become the observer of your thoughts. Become the observer of your feelings. This message may come to those who are being asked to explore mindfulness, for example, or who are being asked to try out meditation, for example, any form of meditation. As you can see on the screen, this person appears to be in a walking meditation. Journaling may be a supportive practice for those who receive this message today, as it allows us to actually see with our eyes that which flows through our mind, recognizing that although the thoughts are flowing through, they are merely thoughts, and we are able to stand apart from them, observing them. Know that you are the wise observer of your human journey, that your consciousness is unafraid of your earthly life. Your consciousness understands that thoughts, feelings, physical aches and pains are part of the experience of walking through the earth plane, but that none of that can tarnish you. None of that can hurt you. You are so much more than all of that. Thank you all so much for participating in today's Select Your Message video. It has been a joy to have you here on the channel. If you enjoyed today's video, if you got a message that resonated with you, please be sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And more than anything else, please be sure to share the video with your own loved ones, with your own friends, so that they can get a message that helps them too. My goal and mission here is to support you in having the most amazing earthly incarnation that you can, and in aligning with your soul's highest path. So I hope today's message has helped you do just that. Thank you again for listening. Many blessings and namaste.